4:15, 4:30 here.
Jay, we did an event started at 12.
How packed was that rally? I saw people were lined up like 2 hours in advance.
It's like 2 floors with an outside patio. It was packed inside, packed outside, packed coming in. And when I walked in at 12, like 15, some people were already there. Now, I'm not saying they're at the place. They're like Scotty Red Bull Friday type.
Yeah.
They were there already.
Going to be interesting what happens this weekend. We're having a party tonight for the podcast that everyone's invited to. I know you got events, but you and Monica should show up. It'll be something.
I may pop in. Say what's up. What up, dog?
I got to be honest. I don't know how it's going to go because I personally have not spoken to the establishment. But we're kind of counting on Tailgate Ted, who shouldn't have to be responsible, but like that's just kind of how.
If anyone was depending on you to have a conversation, it would never go well. Well, I want to just let you know. I told 60 people where your event is because they kept saying, "Man, you and JP got an event tonight." I'm like, "No, JP and Mitch."
It's the people's event.
I said, no, it's Mitch Tischler, 6'4", about 300 plus. I said, that's not me. They said, no, man, you and JP. I said, okay, whatever.
So, when we got off last night, so we get off the air here at 8 o'clock, and the setup here, shout out to the people at Radio Marca that have been hosting us. Man. They've been really cool. But this is like a very serious media establishment here. There's 2 newspapers and this radio station all here. And there's real security, and it's set back from the road. So it takes a little while to get an Uber or a car or whatever.
Place.
Remember how I had to walk out the other way? So there is another exit.
Okay.
So I walk out to my Uber last night. It was, like the old school church vans that you can fit like 20 people in. They got like 5 rows of seats. That was my Uber. And it was just me and the dude, just the 2 of us in a 20-seater. It was an interesting.
They thought Mitch was.
I don't know, but you know how some of these roads are like super windy and narrow and there's cars everywhere?
Yeah.
My man was driving this church van through those windy ass narrow roads like it was F1. It was it was interesting.
Does this place not seem like you're in the middle of New Orleans?
Sure. Yeah.
Those Liberty streets.
Like
the French quarters.
The little old streets of Philadelphia.
There you go. It's a combination of Philly and New Orleans.
But these streets were obviously built way earlier than Philly and New Orleans, too.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed Madrid. I'm excited tonight at O'Reilly's. If anybody's in town and wants to come, should be fun.
You want to just fly over and come hang out?
Well, this dude, Paul Coleman, just tweeted me. I land at 7 p.m. Must be somewhere to go.
Come straight to the spot.
This morning I was at the hotel getting breakfast, and who walks in but Tarek Freeman? He's like, and I was reading. He's like, look at you pretending to be literary. I was like, I can read, dude. Just because I don't do it all the time. I know how to read.
That's funny.
We got a little news here from practice, and I was kind of paying attention to this. Ben Sennett and Jordan McGee listed as questionable for Sunday's game. Sennett was a scratch on Wednesday, limited on Thursday, and a DNP today. McGee was a scratch both Wednesday and Thursday and limited today. I tried to watch Jordan for a second today, and, what I notice in a brief practice is hard to make too much of a determination on. That's not good news, though. Luvu, however, I had kind of been documenting him in the non-contact. He was full go today. Helps to be full go when there isn't contact at practice. Quan Martin had been in the non-contact. He was full go. Chris Rodriguez spoke with the media today. He's ready to rock. Bobby Wagner was listed as full all week. It's the question on the show sheet from Landfill is, do the Commanders have any chance on Sunday? And I noticed earlier the Junks made their picks this morning. And only Bickle picked the Commanders. And I understand why people are reticent to think Washington's going to win, especially after this last 4-game stretch. It's been historically bad. I actually really like Washington this week. I think Miami is a super volatile team. They are yet to string 2 good games in a row. Now, if you want to look at everything that has transpired over the last month and be like, how on earth can you pick them? I get it. I'm not. You have grounds for that opinion.
Any given Sunday, baby.
I don't even think it's any given Sunday. People are acting like, dude, last week against Detroit, they're one of the best teams in the NFL.
Yeah.
Seattle the week before, one of the best teams in the NFL. Kansas City, one of the best teams in the NFL. Miami ain't that. So I just don't think we have to put them on the same pedestal.
They play great against a team that they see twice a year, every year.
Right.
And they normally play better against those teams. Let's be real. Of the junkies, Bickle's the only Commanders fan.
Right.
So the rest of them is not going to cheer for him. And listen, I say it because, like, sometimes we are afraid to speak stuff because everybody takes stuff the wrong way. Bickle's a Commanders fan. He believes he wants his team to win. The other guys are not. So they're not going to cheer because they don't want us to win any damn way. So the ultimate thing is that doesn't really make me sway one way or the other.
I'm just saying, I think the notion that Washington has no chance in this.
Whenever you step on a football field, you have a chance. Okay? The game last night, which I did not see, I went and checked some stuff this morning. The Jets came out on fire.
They got to play 4 quarters, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But still, they came out. Other people would never believe they would come out at all. So the thing about it, there are no college, no high school, no college or no high school people there are playing football in the pros. You got pro athletes. And if they get their action together, and if they get their, the chemistry going, they can beat any team at any time. Anybody can do that. That's what I understand about pro football.
That is 1,000,000% true.
That matters.
But I don't even think this game, these teams had the same record. Like we're acting like one of the Vegas. Now, granted, there is no true home field because they're playing in Europe, right? It's not like it's not like Washington is a 10-point dog in this thing.
Yeah.
If you wanted to ask me against the Seahawks and against the Lions, does Washington have any chance? That's a reasonable question. But like just because what they say in the stock market, anytime you buy a stock, there's like a legally bound statement that past results do not indicate future returns.
I understand.
In the NFL, it's the same damn thing. But this is not like they're not facing Steve Young and the 49ers.
You talk about content game all the time. I'm going to ask you a question. You are in it. I can give a damn about it. If I say a person have no chance, if I say a person have a chance, which one is going to get the most effect in the content game?
Yeah, but this isn't, sure.
Now I'm being straight up with you. Answer yes or no. Which one is going to get the more content? If I say a person have no chance in hell, that's going to get way more play than I say they have a chance. And them having a chance does nothing.
I also think there's the immediacy effect, the immediacy bias, right? Like, dog, when you watch political coverage, have you noticed? Somebody pointed this out. I think it might have been a comedian I saw. I want to say it might have been Chris Rock. He talked about, you know what's crazy? Every election I can remember, every election of my life, they call it the most important election of my life.
Yeah.
Every event, every weather event. Since when did snowstorms get names? You know what I mean? Like we live in a current society where everything becomes the biggest indictment or condemnation.
We live in an overhyped society. Point blank.
About everything.
That's what it is. And the thing about it is, some people fight against it. Some people just go with it. I refuse to live my life in a hypothetical world.
You want to say hi to Dr. Espinel? He's watching us at his office.
What up, Doc?
He probably should be performing surgery.
I just hate living my life based off of, oh man, so and so said, hey, I don't care about that.
They have been awful. Like, I'm not trying to discount that.
They have been awful.
Miami team has also been awful terrible.
Too. So what the hell? All of a sudden you win a game against your rival and now you're great? No, that's not how it goes.
I don't know that the Joe Witt removal from play calling duties is going to make a tremendous impact on this Sunday.
Did they change the players?
No. In fact, they probably lost more. They lost Trey Amos.
I'll leave it at that.
Like if you if you want a direct reason for why you think they're in worse shape this week, I would say it's because Amos broke his leg last week. Mm-hmm. And he's probably been their best corner through 10 games. Mm-hmm. And now he's out. So, there's plenty of logical reasons to suggest this is going to be Miami's game. Sure. And I think the top of that list is Devin Achane. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to sugarcoat or project that there should be this intense confidence in Washington this weekend. I'm just here to push back on the complete dismissal of Washington this weekend. Yeah. If you operated for the last 2 weeks, Seattle and Detroit, they don't have a chance, that was a logic-based argument. Mm-hmm. It's not this week.
Yeah. But my thing is, Jay, it's easy to get on airwaves and post things saying what a person doesn't have. I want to know how many of those people put their whole house on it. How many people put their savings on it, if that's what they truly believe? Because I can step on the air and say some of the dumbest stuff in the world, as long as I'm not risking anything about it. That is why I don't get swayed by a lot of people speaking in the media about those can't happen, impossibles, because they don't bet nothing on it. They don't put nothing on it. So I don't care half the time. And you know what? People you could dismiss what I'm saying, but I don't give a damn what you say on social media, hiding behind something and nobody know who you are. I don't care what you say if you just make a comment on the radio, on the TV. Put your life on it.
I don't think it has to be that.
No, I'm like that because I think they go so drastic with it. You got to believe what I'm saying. These people, put something on it then.
Well, to that point, my boy Matt Ritz just texted me. He just got in the car and says that we've convinced him. He's betting the Skins. They're going to win by 10. So maybe we're doing the Lord's work, pushing back.
And Matt is probably a man who of certain means that does not really lose his mind. So you're going to bet something that ain't going to change his world. But those people that, man, I'm telling you, they don't have a chance in hell. And they don't even put what White Brian put. White Brian at least bet 10 cents. They don't much bet that. So I don't want to hear all that crap.
For me, it's just if you look at a 2.5 point favorite, technically that's a home favorite, but I'm throwing home field out the window because this game's being played in Europe. It's
based off what I'm seeing, the Commanders are the home team.
I agree with that. I think there will be more Commanders fans than Dolphins fans, but I think the majority of people at this game will just be NFL fans.
Yeah.
That's my experience with these international games is it kind of just becomes this Lollapalooza for football, which is fun. And the notion that Washington has no chance against Miami, I can understand if it's rooted over the last 4 games where the defense has been abysmal. I just think it's kind of silly. Miami's also 3-7. And they fired their GM a month ago.
Yeah.
Pardon me. Let me get that accurately. They mutually agreed to part ways.
Yeah.
You know when people mutually agree to part ways? When one part doesn't want to be with the other.
So that's how I know it happens.
Which is hardly mutual.
Divorce.
Right.
We mutually agreed to part ways.
Let's just not.
Somebody had enough money where they can let you go. And they gave you enough to make you happy, and y'all mutually agreed to part ways.
Now, if we get to Sunday evening and Washington has given up another 40 burger, and Achane went for $175 total yards and 2 touchdowns, and Waddle has 120 through the air, I won't be shocked because we've seen that. I won't be shocked. Yeah. But I think to approach this one like we have the last few as, oh my God, it's going to be another one-sided ass kicking, I just think that's silly.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Let's watch the game. It's coffee football. Everybody at home. You get to wake up at 9:30 in the morning, hang out, watch football. I don't know what the weather's like at home. Maybe you go play golf in the afternoon. Don't assume the worst. If you operated in the Seattle game and the Detroit game, assuming the worst, I can't say I blame you for that. Mm-hmm. But going into this one, this is a different operation.